fine.
All right, let's go to Alpine Woods. I want to get as much of this in as possible before we go to bed because I like this game a lot.
And before people notice discrepancies, wouldn't you say, oh, that is a pretty unicorn llama?
Yep, I'm going to go murder it.
Oh, no.
So why is that one green? I have no idea.
Llama.
Okay, so Rainer, her...
Now, did you grind a little bit earlier?
Oh, question. Oh, she is injured. Yes, I did actually play for a little while earlier.
You fought a
today.
bunch of hounds.
Yeah, so I effectively fought
Yeah,
this
more
group of
hounds.
enemies, but on the previous map. Are there any treasures? There is a treasure. I don't see any other treasures here. Let's see. I guess we can add him to the mix. Okay, there we go.
I like the addition of the occasional red squirrel in the trees.
Oh, yeah.
And on the signposts. Bad luck, that. Crossing paths with wild beasts. Everyone be on guard. Vangals are quite agile, and in their own way just as dangerous as a seasoned warrior. I still find it interesting how all the animals have their own names.
They're randomly generated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So neat thing about this guy I didn't realize. I wish he was better surrounded. He can actually do fleet of foot as a group buff. So I gotta remember to surround him more. Also free levels. Is this even a wise idea? Initially? Probably not. If I do details, no. R. Sometimes you can check these guys. Free navigation. Okay.
It might be better to ensure that they
There we
don't
go.
flank you since they have the high ground and can leap down.
So what you can do sometimes is you can click on the enemies, like right here, and you can actually see where they can move to. So if I say line up my guys kind of along this path right in front of him, they won't be able to reach me, which more or less means that I get the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Okay, move there. Let's see.
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw!
That's interesting. It has hooves. It definitely has a llama or palka-esque body. But it had a canine face and a horn.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's a weird duck of a creature. Oh, it has regen.
At the same time, I like the way that they created it. You know how there are creatures in fictional tales that look like they're just a modge podge of creatures, but they didn't really do much to truly make them seem like one cohesive creature?
Yeah.
For instance, in mythology, when you look at sphinxes or chimeras or even manticores and such, they just look like when old artist depictions of the creatures just had the disparate parts slapped together, and they didn't really look like they belonged. So I like how there's been a push, at least in the last couple decades, to even if you take a creature like, say, a manticore or chimera or something, you at least attempt to have each part blend in with the rest of the body in some manner. Or anatomically shift it around so that it makes sense.
Let's see. What were we playing recently? Can I rotate? No, this game doesn't really do map rotation. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. Let's see. Warcraft. Bammo. I guess we were playing Outward recently, and that actually had rather nice looking, owie.
Wait, does it have an AoE?
Yeah, it does. And
Oh.
it's a nasty one, too.
Oh, Blade Wolf.
There we go. He's level 3.
He leveled up.
Let's see. Yeah, we were playing Outward recently. And that actually had a rather nice looking... Was that the Manticore that we fought?
Yeah, we were starting to fight the Manticore.
Yeah,
haven't yet defeated it because it has that attack that sweeps its scorpion tail.
The whole thing is brutal. And, like, yeah, we got wrecked, but... Can I do a dirty hit on this guy? I don't know if that's worth it. Probably better that we just hit it. In the butt.
Past Blade Wolf.
Okay, who is injured here?
Well, she's most definitely injured. She might have to heal herself.
She's... yeah. I mean, if we just heal her, problem solved.
That's too.
So she has the perk that actually makes it so she heals herself.
Yeah, unfortunately, I believe the creature is called the Vangal, or the Rangal? Vangal, I think. Was able to flank her.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Mostly just trying to take
all the ads down.
Yeah, kinda. Because this guy's gonna keep healing himself, which makes it kind of inconvenient.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you have to gauge whether or not the main creature, the boss creature, is the one that you strike down first, or all of the small minions that have the potential to whittle down your health if they're not dealt with swiftly.
Once I have like a stronger party, with more like interesting abilities, I'll probably be a little bit more aggressive about, you know, specifically going for this guy first. The problem is, like, most of my guys are only the first couple levels and not very strong. No, Blade Wolf. Oh, Blade Wolf. Blade Wolf ain't looking so hot.
Nope.
Okay, if we attack him, how much damage? 37. Get him, Blade Wolf.
Great.
I believe in you. Okay.
It's a shame he had to vanquish that majestic creature. I suppose that, despite the fact that it has more traits that would involve, say, an herbaceous creature or herbivore, you wouldn't call them herbaceous. It was probably carnivorous, given the fact that it had the muzzle and the face of a canine.
Okay, Holy Magic, Mass Heal.
Which is peculiar, now that I think about it.
Yeah,
It seems like creatures that are adapted with long necks tend to favor reaching for trees while remaining staunchly on the ground. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas predators, for the most part, it seems like their heads are close to their shoulders and their torsos because perhaps for protection, perhaps for grip strength, they need to be able to grab their prey with their claws.
Yeah. Well, you generally want to be, like, fairly sleek and not have, like, a whole lot of immediate openings. I mean, how goofy would it be? Oof. Owie. How goofy would it be if you actually had, like a giraffe suddenly start, like, trying to kill creatures? It would look wrong.
It wouldn't even be able to... Have you ever seen a giraffe attempt to drink water?
Yeah, they have to, like, spread their legs out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It looks dumb.
Unless they had a very, very flexible neck, like, say... Oh, what are those... Those underwater dinosaurs with the very, very long necks that look like Nessie. They're not like plesiosaurs or something else. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But...
Have you ever seen a giraffe fight? It's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Don't they whip each other with, like, their necks?
Yeah, they slam each other with their necks, and then they also have a very nasty kick.
God, you'd think they'd be so breakable. Like, I could be wrong, but... Like, their legs gotta gotta snap pretty easily.
I don't know.
Because, like, I'm just imagining a giraffe steps in a hole. Like, human legs break mad easy. You know?
Then again, we're much smaller and don't have the same density that they do.
Yeah, but we also have, like...
Aren't giraffes, like, 13 feet tall?
You know, I actually don't know that one. I do not know how tall a giraffe
Oh, no.
is.
A bug. We'll have to get it later, maybe.
All the way up there. I mean, if you want to go get it while I finish off, well, I guess we just... We're about to finish this battle if we want to kill the bug. We got box elder bugs in our house. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I was right about the plesiosaur.
Is that it? Oh, that was it. Alright. Well, it's bug slaying time. Okay, let's see. So I want to go to the troops menu for a bit. Just in case. Let's see. So we want to do crafting, actually. Can I craft any items? So we can increase the amount of uses for a potion. I was hoping for, like, bombs or something. Well, I guess let's improve the potions. What kind of gear do we have? Toad boots. Increases jumping, actually. Let's see. Running treads, so extra movement. Flippers. Which I assume lets you go through water. Yeah, what else? There's a lot of things that we can't do yet. Gadgets.
A reflectotron.
Yeah, some of these look kind of interesting or fun. I'm assuming we're not going to be able to do much with them. Okay. So, abilities.
So, do those toad boots allow you to, say, climb up trees and stuff?
Jump higher. Remember how there was that one treasure chest on the previous map that we couldn't get to?
Yeah, I see.
So, that should let us get up there. Let's see. So, we can get steel. Counters any offensive action taken on the character by an adjacent unit by attempting to steal a component. Enemies will steal an item instead. Or increases the character's base attack value by 24 plus 1 per level. Steel would be nice, but let's make him dangerous.
Okay. Looks like chat was doing some research on giraffes. They can get up to 18 feet tall.
Dang.
That's more than my estimate. By a good 5 feet. They only sleep so many minutes out of every day. Oof.
Wow.
I mean, if you think about it, giraffes would be ideal prey for a host of predators. I've seen videos of lionesses trying to pursue a giraffe, and it hardly ever ends well.
Oh, alchemistic class has been unlocked.
For the lions, it is.
Yeah, once we start mastering classes, I think I'm going to switch around. Renew to a character after being targeted by a damaging thing. Oh, it's a... So, that would give her a regen. Now let's give her mana font so she can just keep chucking spells at things. Okay, Blade Wolf. Counterattack. Yes. Oh. Can you keep going? Oh, he could just get Mind Strike. No thanks. Instead of smart casting, we're just giving her the fancy schmancy moves.
All the elemental spells.
Yeah. So next up, seeing as we've got one duplicate, who do we want to be the alchemistic? Her?
The alchemistic?
Yeah, class change. We unlocked a couple of new classes. So we have the Plague Doctor. Maybe we should just...
None of them can use the scythes.
Not yet,
We still haven't been able to find out what class uses scythes.
Maybe we'll wait.
Ooh, what's that class with the horns? It's around the table on the left.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
This?
That looks cool.
I don't know. Knight 3, Wizard 3.
Oh, so they'd probably be like an Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, probably. So maybe we'll give that to him. I don't know. Alright, we know what his ability is. We'll do class changes later. Anyway, to Centina.
Right.
I love the outdoors as much as the next Arbiter, but remind me why we couldn't pass the night at a soft bed at Centina's Inn.
Because you guys would be liable to be poisoned or something? What do you think?
Yeah.
We should overtake Alphonse's party by midday tomorrow. I want us to keep a low profile until then.
Water? You're sure you want to do this? I understand the finer points of the law place us in the right, but you're being quite literal about it. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the immortals had a problem with it. Especially whichever one is responsible for nominating that walking pile of dung as a mart.
We're doing this. Whatever the outcome, I will take full responsibility before the council.
All right. That's the way it is. That's the way it has to be.
Captain, Kyrie, there must have been a mistake. Perhaps a clerical error? I cannot believe anyone on the council would choose Lord Alphonse as an immortal candidate. What if he is actually selected in the end? It's a terrifying prospect.
I doubt there was any mistake. The timing is too convenient for our lordling. No, this was very deliberate. And I wonder what it portends.
It's futile to pursue this line of thought. Our lot is to ensure the law is respected, not to decipher the motives of the immortals.
True. And yet, anyone with eyes can see that conditions have grown steadily worse in recent years. Arbiters skirting their duties without consequence, bandits roaming the land unpunished, and vulnerable people left unprotected.
As you know, each Arbiter captain is fully independent, answering only to the council. There isn't much we can do.
There is one thing we can do. Ensure the Immortal Council is not replenished with unworthy candidates, including contemptible, murdering scum.
Well said. Although I'm not certain capturing Alphonse will further that goal. As I understand it, a Mart is quite likely to die or disappear during the pilgrimage, usually at the hands of other Mart.
Be that as it may, I witnessed Alphonse's filthy crime firsthand. I'm not leaving anything to chance, especially now that the law is unquestionably on our side.
Hey, Raynor. That pot has been bubbling for quite some time. And the smell.
Ah yes, you're in luck. Tonight you get to try my wilderness stew. It's, from a recipe of my own devising. The secret lies in my method of condensing the different flavors. Come closer to the fire and I'll tell you about the process.
Here we go again. No character story?
Nope.
No.
Oh, we have an arena. Interesting. Well, what can we buy while we're in here?
Oh. Oh, are these backers or
Probably
something?
Kickstarter backers, yeah.
They look like it.
That's cute. Okay, so what do they have? Plow and Scythe. We still don't know which classes can use it. Let's see. So I want to buy... Actually, we want to buy 2 sledges. A battle axe. Use these. Oh, knights can use spears. Oh, they have slightly longer range.
Oh, can they go over 1 space, 2 spaces?
Yeah, range 2, vert 5. So yeah, you can stab people up and down and several other things. Ancient rods. 3? Yeah, we got 3 spellcasters. Oh. I guess we could have actually looked at this.
Oh, staves.
Yeah. Boomstick, longbow, heavy crossbow. We already have one of those. Okay. Let's see. Let's do try and buy for actual armor. Let's see. Instead of traveler garb, we could do this. Extra defense, lower resistance. Or we could do leather armor for...
Less speed, but bonuses to defense.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like defense is probably better. What about fur cap? Let's see. Blade Wolf.
Blade Wolf.
You sad sack of dying.
How often has he died?
Once.
He's only been felled
But
once
I'm
in
usually
battle.
going to be, like, charging in with him, so... Seems like a good idea. Let's see, so you're the other one. Steel helm. Okay. And that should be good enough.
Based off of the little lines they're forming, is it possible that you might have several rows of characters?
Oh, tons, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my.
See, so what's the main character like in the game? What makes them compelling? I mean, it's like a moralistic Judge Dredd so far. That's a little... I'm being a little bit...
And her charming scoundrel sidekick and her student, I suppose? Those are the three main characters.
Pretty much.
A girl who, you know, took up the mantle of her mother's profession and wants to become an arbiter herself. So at this point, yeah, it's pretty much the seasoned knight who's the mentor, the scoundrel friend, and then, yeah, the student. That's pretty much the trio that we have so far.
Let's see, I don't think I got too much better. Got the battle axe. He gets the ancient rod. Okay, so I think that's everybody kitted out in the best. She's now using a sledgehammer in a single hand. I can't wait till we get dual wielding. Okay, so Gamtor.
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 So you didn't see what the arena had in it?
I forgot the arena existed.
Oh no.
We'll go back.
I wonder what Alphonse is dealing in.
The way forward is clear, my lord. Excellent. The temple is close. I can sense it. Lord Alphonse, sir! Yes, what? Spit it out, man! Your lordship asked to be notified if any of them
Interlopters, isn't it?
interlopters, them intruders showed up. They've done showed up, sir. I'm again amazed at my ability to communicate with lesser life forms, especially in the incoherently babbling kind. No, not you lot, again.
Lord Alphonse. Fancy that. The two of us crossing paths out of the hinterlands.
Ha! I suppose that band of buffoons I sent to deal with you have bungled it. Never send a common thug to do a nobleman's work. That's the lesson here.
Then you freely admit to contracting a group of brigands to kill us.
Yes, I almost certainly did. How embarrassing for them to have fallen to your feeble little band of ne'er-do-wells. And now what? Wench, your precious law forbids you from so much as barring my path. Are you planning to bore me to death? Don't think I'll let you off so easily, though. I believe it's past time you're taught to respect your betters. Oh, yes, I'm going to savor this, my dear. I'm going to put you down like the cur you are.
I was hoping you would say that. I hereby invoke the right of self-defense in the face of mortal danger, bestowed by law upon all arbiters.
Whilst their life is at risk, arbiters have the right to defend themselves under any circumstances against any foe, even be they immortals or marked.
What? What? What is this law? That's not how it was supposed to be. I haven't the time to spare spar with my lessers. Underlings, I shall proceed to the temple and remove the interlopers for me.
The music took on a chipper tune.
Was it ridiculous of me to think he might stay and fight?
There are more of them up on the ridge as well, Captain.
That guy looks like he is here for a vacation, not murder.
Well spotted, Anadine. It appears that we must go through his henchmen to get to Alphonse.
Sure. Defeat all foes. Okay. Bammo. Oops. Let's see. Bring her along. Is that it? That's good? Yeah. Yeah, so we're starting to run into...
Oh no!
That's fine.
Immediately going for... Oh, she's rooted. Interesting. But they're going right for your healer. Healer.
I could do Fleet of Foot, or... Just... This is probably fine. I just shoot him from behind. That's a heck of a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Any of their on their information panel. Pretty much already know that. Oh, Y and H. Oh, or Z and C, but what? Oh. That's cool. I don't think I'm going to use it that often, but that is cool. Okay, can I... Yeah! So because she's using a two-handed weapon in one hand, she gets all of the benefits plus the defensive perks. Let's see. Panacea. Yeah, free EXP. I love it when they do that.
I really like the foliage that they've added.
Yeah.
Also, some of the things retain a kind of... What would you say? Like a charcoal-esque feel? Some of them look like they've been rendered in chalk pastels or charcoal or something.
Yeah. The actual backgrounds, I'd actually say it's pencil. That's all hand penciled.
Oh, like color pencil?
Or just pencil. Like charcoal pencil or just pencil. For a lot of like the rock textures especially.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me very distinctly of... Can I throw rock? No, I can't throw rock. Ugh.
We're artists, so that's why we're trying to analyze it.
But yeah, it reminds me...
Could be texture brushes also digitally, but there's something so textural about it, it almost looks like it could be...
Well, remember how I used to play Tower
2D.
of Guns a lot?
Yeah?
That was hand textured and pencil.
Ah, so he actually scanned textures in and then put them on his models. That's interesting.
Yeah, so because he was a solo developer, effectively what he'd do is sit there watching TV with his wife, and he'd just be working on the textures for everything, just right then and there on on a pad of paper, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd ever do that myself. I mean, I guess I kind of do that with,
You do that with everything. You always have to have something.
Yeah, but like if I were to ever make a game.
To work.
But no, that's actually false, because if I were to make D&D assets, for example, I'm probably going to be working on a lot of those while we're just kind of hanging out.
Mm-hmm. When I was back in school, I would finish my homework for the night, and my parents would and my brother would congregate around a television, usually to watch various game shows or The Bachelor or The Bachelorette at the time. Just hilarious. I don't want to call it drivel, but just those things where it's more about thriving on drama. Actually, what would they call those shows? Actually, there's a specific name for them. Yeah, I've completely blanked, actually. Reality TV? That's what it is. Reality TV. And I think it's so bizarre that it's coined reality TV when it's anything but. Yeah, I've actually watched some documentaries. It turns out that on shows like The Bachelor, many of the interactions between the characters or not characters, I suppose, the contestants, either aren't genuine or they've been edited in such a way that it turns out that they're demonizing a particular
just to fit a
person on the
narrative.
show. Yeah, because didn't you say that you were watching something where there was a girl that was on a Project Runway or a modeling show, and they had it was a Reddit
teen
story,
modeling,
right?
Yeah, it was one of those like teen modeling.
It was a competition.
Yeah, where effectively she had been totally nice and normal, whatever, but the narrative was for her to be the evil,
the catty one that was constantly gossiping or something.
Yep.
So they edited everything in such a way that, you know, when they cut it so that you see people rolling their eyes or looking at a direction. And it's funny because those scenes can actually be taken out of context.
Yep. And well, they would even like cut her lines together.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like she would say something like unbelievably like snitty. And it was honestly
and then the sad thing was, didn't it ruin her reputation? Or she was reviled thereafter?
Yeah, so effectively she actually had to change her appearance and name and, you know, had to go to therapy and like the whole 9 yards because
that's terrible. Could she have? She probably had signed off some waiver that meant that she couldn't sue the show for
so that
slander.
was actually kind of the thing. You could actually she was kind of allowed sort of to sue, but it was the question of like, you know, would it actually work out in her favor? And the answer was
well. Also, where would the original evidence have been? The original uncut footage.
I mean, chances are they have the but since she was a minor, the contract she signed probably wasn't exactly the most up and up to begin with. But yeah, so it was kind of dodgy to begin with, and just kind of sad because effectively she quickly, you know, she had just kind of done this as a high school thing, but effectively had to
it pretty much derailed whatever career she had hoped to have. And could you imagine that? People going, like, pointing at you on the street.
You're that person from this show.
And it's like, no. That's why, never want to go into one of those competitions. Though, things like Face Off are fun. I really did enjoy that television show. That's because I really liked seeing them create different designs for alien and creature prosthetics. Are you concentrating heavily? Is that why you're not responding?
A little bit. These characters can't jump, so she can't move there, for example, which is putting me in an awkward spot.
Yeah, but where was I? How did I get talking about television shows? Oh, yes. Creating artwork while being social with family. Yeah, that's what I meant. So essentially, while we are watching these shows, you know how there's the deluge of advertisements. What is it? What was it? In an hour-long time slot for a show, 15 minutes are spent on advertisements.
Yeah.
Which is why whenever you watch an episode for a television series that would have traditionally been an hour-long slot, it's a 45-minute episode or 42-minute episode. And then for kids' cartoons and stuff where usually they're given a half-hour time slot, the episode is condensed down to typically, what, 22 minutes, I think? So that means in a half hour, 8 minutes of it. Yeah, so that means anywhere from a third to a quarter of the time is spent on advertisements for any given television show. So yeah, I would most definitely tune out, especially during those moments. And I would be writing notes for story ideas or sketching in my sketchbook. And it was a good way to pass the time while still being able to engage with the show and talk with my family. And it's interesting now because I know that my parents badger me about, oh, you guys need a television. You're missing out on so much. And I think to myself, well,
are we?
Now a lot of television shows are starting to upload episodes to their own YouTube channels. And then there's streaming services that either offer those very same shows, or you can get reruns of shows, entire seasons of shows on Netflix and stuff for
I've
Star
just lost
Trek
all interest in
and
actual TV.
everything else. Yeah, so why? I mean, yes, television is free, unless I suppose you have to have it hooked up to various cable services or whatnot for extra channels. But why deal with all the advertisements? So I suppose that's why there's so many things going towards a subscription model. At the same time, it'd be terrible to have to subscribe to several different platforms.
I personally would prefer to just subscribe to, say, like, one. And then be like, all right, well, I'm bored of this. Moving on.
Oh, people are asking about the CBS Online Star Trek. No, I haven't seen that. And the only reason why I haven't seen that is because it's on a service that has a subscription. You see,
so for
Netflix
example,
and Amazon Prime and other things, they have a multitude of movies and television shows that they can draw from. When you have things like CBS, or I suppose Disney's newly unveiled Disney Plus, they have like a specific channel with exclusive stuff. So for them, unless there was a television show that had been released by CBS, I don't think you can watch anything else through their service.
I mean, I'm
and
sure
why
they
subscribe to them for only one show? It doesn't make sense. And so for the Disney one, I know that they're going to be putting up a lot of old Disney movies, some of their more recent ones, any new Star Trek content, and any new Marvel content that's in television show form is going to be going on to that. So then what they're doing is they're trying to get a piece of the market away from Netflix, because they had put the Clone Wars and they had put various Marvel series like Luke Cage and like other things on Netflix.
Honestly, I'm probably never going to subscribe to a Disney-only thing, even if their backlog is huge. Their original content I've pretty much seen before. And so, like, the appeal of it is lower. Let's see. Blade Wolf is surprisingly uninjured. Let's see. I assume she can't go up. Yeah. I gotta maybe get her those jump boots that I made. Oh well. At least she can't actually die. Or not die. She can't actually get injured, which is really nice. Let's see. And nothing. Oh, this map is brutal. And there she goes.
Oh no!
It's fine.
Our main protagonist.
It is fine.
Wait, that guy has a massive beard.
He does.
You'd be envious of him.
Maybe.
Speaking of, today I clipped your hair down.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Cooler.
That's probably appreciated.
Very.
I will never forfeit my long hair. Never.
I would enjoy it if you had... No. Well, I missed. I would enjoy it if you had short hair once. Before we're old and boring.
Maybe after we get married.
I'm down for eloping next week if you are.
Wander.
Phoenix Ashes, Kyrie. Bring it back. So, the cool thing about Kyrie is she can't be injured. Like,
oh, okay.
injuries don't affect her. So, she could jump those? Oh, it's because we did fleet foot. Dang it. Okay, neither of these guys are weak to anything. Have thunder!
Whoa! Who are
Well,
those
that
little
worked out.
ghouls that came out of nowhere?
That's thunder 2, apparently.
In a way, then, are you summoning elementals in order to cast your magic?
Guess so.
I do wish that they would expound a little bit more upon the mechanics of magic in this universe. I'm always intrigued by magic systems, and so far all I know is that there are these creatures called the Maw, and there are the Immortals. But what made them immortal? Was it because they drank the blood of the Maw? Or what's the deal?
Dunno.
How did they become immortal from killing a giant monster?
Did I forget the treasure chest on the previous map? I did.
Wait, there was a treasure chest on the previous map?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll go back to it.
No.
Honestly, I'm going to be running through these maps later anyway, because I want to unlock as many new abilities as I can. Like, AP farming is, like, my thing. I used to do this a ton in Disgaea. Stunning Strike. Delays progress towards the next turn, but that's pretty good. Okay, so now it's time for us to... Well, no. We haven't maxed her out yet, actually. Because we want to grab these. No. Because the thing is, class change. If we finish off Mercenary, we get just 6 extra HP and 6 extra defense. Alternatively...
What's that, the knight?
We're gonna get Merc stuff from it anyway. So, here's the question. Do we make her a... Scoundrel? No. Ranger? No. Probably Knight. I think that's the only thing we can do anyway. Because, yeah, she'll just be gaining bonus AP from everybody else being... as such anyway.
She definitely has the demeanor of a knight.
I mean, these characters are going to be a lot of different things over the course of this series. Let's be honest here. Exploit weakness. Crit damage or sneak attack. Let's do sneak attack. Okay, what has she got? Sturdy grip? Yeah.
I would ultimately like everyone to have a different class.
Well,
that
yeah.
they build upon.
Well, not just that, it also increases, it gets me extra stats that way.
Yep.
Let's see, so she can get... Mind Strike? Not that it's immediately or amazingly helpful. Boon. Upon felling an enemy, the character will get a guaranteed crit on their next action. Boon will wear off at the end of the next turn if it wasn't used. Does not trigger if the target is Rebirth. Huh. These are kind of fun. Let's get her smart casting, though. And set her abilities so she... Oh, nope, that's set automatically. Awesome. Okay, there we go. So... It's his. Oh, I see. I want to save up for sneak attack, if I can. Did I equip Blade Wolf's counter?
No, it doesn't look like it yet.
See, I'm spoiled. A lot of these characters actually get stuff automatically.
Maybe that's only the main cast as opposed to the ads.
No, like when you get the support ability, you equip it automatically.
Okay, were you going to go back for the chest?
Nah, we could.